And by that same token, I am absolutely honored to introduce our last four speakers, last but not least, starting with Gearóid Ó Machail.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Comrades and friends, dúspáire ba bhfuil am arag mór nanar dú lórt liviniu ag an criniú táchtach seo tá ástail a card in the China socially. Sorry, a couple of words in my native tongue in recognition of the wonderful victory of kneecap here in your capital city yesterday. It's a great honour to address you today at this important gathering of esteemed company hosted by my dear friends and comrades in Friends of Socialist China. I bring warm revolutionary greetings from the Communist Party of Ireland, and I express our deep solidarity with the People's Republic of China, with the Chinese people, with the Communist Party of China, and with all you friends of Socialist China. The Communist Party of Ireland deeply values its fraternal relations with the Communist Party of China. These ties are not transactional, they're built on mutual respect, shared ideological foundations, and a commitment to building socialism in our respective contexts. Over the 46 years since the establishment of diplomatic relations between our countries, China and Ireland have deepened exchanges and cooperation across politics, economy, science and technology, and culture, bringing tangible benefits to both peoples, though mostly ours, it must be said. We meet here at a time when the achievements of Chinese socialism are not only undeniable, but are increasingly vital to the future of human civilization and the survival of our delicate global ecosystem. From lifting hundreds of millions of people out of poverty to leading the world in green development and technological innovation, China stands as a beacon of what is possible when a proud and a resilient people chart their own course, guided by socialist principles and a commitment to national sovereignty. As an Irish comrade, I'm struck by some of the historical parallels between our two nations. Both Ireland and China have endured the long shadow of imperialism. While we have yet to win the Irish people to socialism, we, like our comrades in the PRC, have fought a long, hard struggle for national liberation. Both our countries continue to face the task of national reunification, China with Taiwan, and Ireland with the 6 counties of the northeast still under British occupation and imperialist rule. Ireland remains trapped in a triple lock of imperialism, with a comprador capitalist class subservient to the economic and increasingly militaristic diktats of London, Brussels, and Washington. We suffer under British colonial occupation of our national territory, as I've said, in the northeast, making us an unwilling NATO member at a very dangerous time to be part of that expansionist alliance. The Republic of Ireland's economic policy is subjugated to the needs of both the neoliberal orthodoxies of a resurgent German-led European empire via the EU and via US-dominated foreign direct investment. Sovereignty and anti-imperialism are not therefore merely geopolitical or historical questions. They are questions of dignity, of human rights and of justice. And they remind us that the struggle against imperialism is not a relic of the past. It is a living, ongoing reality. Our comrades in the People's Republic of China know this all too well. Recently, they celebrated the 80th anniversary of their glorious victory over the fascistic Japanese forces and their contribution to the defeat of fascism in the Second World War that we've heard so much about this afternoon. Today, we celebrate China's 76th National Day, and we commemorate Chairman Mao's formal proclamation of the establishment of the People's Republic of China in 1949. Since my first visit to China as a guest of the International Department of the CPC in 2023 with Friends of Socialist China and other Communist Party leaders from North America, Oceanic and Nordic countries, I have returned twice of my own volition, in 1924 and again this year. These journeys have taken me far beyond the conference halls and urban centres, deep into the heart of China's diverse provinces. I visited Henan, Beijing, Shanxi, Guizhou, Guangxi and Guangdong. My visits have left a profound impression on me. I witnessed firsthand the dynamism of Chinese society, the seriousness with which the CPC approaches governance, and the deep-rooted pride of the Chinese people in their socialist path. My visits to the PRC have only deepened my appreciation for the scale and ambition of China's development, whether in economic and technological progress, rural revitalization, ecological protection, public service development, or international solidarity. China is not simply reacting to global challenges, it's shaping the very future of our world. I walked through bustling cities, quiet towns, and remote mountain villages. In each of those, I marveled at the progress made by the people of China. Not only, as I say, in technological and infrastructural development, which is incredible to see, but in ecological restoration, education and healthcare access, and appreciation of cultural diversity and the dignity of everyday life. Everywhere I went, I was greeted as a comrade. In May 2025 of this year, I attended the Canton International Trade Fair in Guangzhou, where traders and buyers from every corner of the globe gather twice a year to forge new commercial ties with China's innovative manufacturers. So much for imperialism's attempts to curtail Chinese commerce and trade and to hinder the extraordinary economic growth of the People's Republic with tariffs and economic warfare. As we have heard from many previous speakers, China's foreign policy, rooted in peaceful development and win-win cooperation, offers a stark contrast to the aggressive militarism and economic coercion practiced by the imperialist powers. Through initiatives like the Belt and Road Initiative, China is building infrastructure, fostering development, and offering alternatives to the neoliberal model that has failed so many countries in every other continent. Recently, China commemorated the 80th anniversary of the victory of the Chinese People's War of Resistance against Japanese aggression and the World Anti-Fascist War. The Second World War is often marked in the West by Nazi Germany's invasion of Poland in 1939. Yet on September the 18th, 1931, the Chinese people fired the first shot of resistance against Japanese aggression in northeast China, marking the beginning of the Eastern Front. China's war of resistance against Japanese aggression was the earliest, longest, and most costly campaign of the global anti-fascist war. China's victory on the Eastern Front prevented Japanese militarism from joining forces with European fascists, making a vital contribution to the final victory. As Comrade Francisco reminded us earlier, having endured war, China understands its cost. China is the only major country to enshrine peaceful development in its constitution and the charter of its ruling party, elevating it to a national commitment. China has never initiated a war, never occupied an inch of foreign territory, is the only major nuclear country to pledge no first use of nuclear weapons, and remains the largest contributor of peacekeepers among permanent members of the UN Security Council, as well as the second largest financial contributor to UN peacekeeping operations. The CPC's role in the international communist movement is vital. It has shown that socialism is not only viable, it is vibrant, adaptive, and capable of delivering real results for working people. In doing so, it has inspired parties and movements across the globe. In November, the Communist Party of Ireland will send two of our most promising young party activists, Fionn Wallace, whose father you heard speak earlier, and Liz Martin, to the People's Republic for the World Socialism Forum, organised by the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences. We as a party are keen to advance the work of Friends of Socialist China, by connecting our party comrades with party activists and policy makers in China in order that they can better understand socialism with Chinese characteristics and China's attempts to build a modern, prosperous socialist country for the 21st century. Beyond diplomacy and party relations, the people-to-people links between Ireland and China are also of growing importance. Cultural exchanges, educational cooperation, and grassroots solidarity help build understanding and break down the caricatures and misinformation so often peddled by Western media. These human connections are the lifeblood of internationalism. They remind us that solidarity is not abstract. It is built through relationships, through shared experiences, and through mutual respect. It is also important that as friends of Socialist China, we combat imperialist propaganda and widespread misconceptions and misunderstandings propagated by state and corporate media institutions in what has become derogatively now referred to as the West. As Martin O'Kane, the great Irish language poet and socialist Republican, once said, "The language of the people is the language of truth." And truth is what we must continue to speak, especially in the face of rising anti-China hysteria. In this regard, the work carried out by Friends of Socialist China is invaluable. You have created a space where truth can be spoken, where analysis can be deepened, and where solidarity can be practiced. You help us understand China not as a threat, but as a partner in the global struggle for peace, development, and socialism. And for that, you have our deepest thanks. Comrades, the road ahead will not be easy. The forces of reaction are mobilizing. The contradictions of capitalism are sharpening. But in China's example, we see hope. We see the possibility of a world not ruled by profit, but guided by the needs of its people. Let us not leave this conference merely informed, but mobilized. Let us return to our communities, our unions, our parties, and our classrooms with renewed commitment to telling the truth about China and defending the achievements of socialism. Let us challenge the lies of imperialism wherever they appear, in the media, in parliament, or in everyday conversation. Let us support the work of Friends of Socialist China, not just with words, but with actions, by sharing their materials, attending their events, and amplifying their voice. And above all, let us remember that the struggle for socialism is global. The victories of the Chinese people are victories for all of us. Their challenges are our challenges. Their future is bound up with ours and ours with theirs. As our esteemed and martyred Marxist leader, that great internationalist, Commandante James Connolly, reminded us on the eve of the outbreak of the First World Imperialist War, we serve neither king nor Kaiser. Today we serve neither empire nor capital, but the cause of socialism, the dignity of nations, and the unity of peoples. Let us deepen our understanding of Chinese socialism. Let us stand together in the fight for a better world in solidarity with Socialist China. Long live the People's Republic of China. Long live the Chinese Revolution. And long live international socialism. Gura mila maga.
That was a wonderful comradely speech of solidarity from Gearóid Ó Machail, National Executive Committee member of the Communist Party of Ireland.